I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a 10. Like Jazzy, Stacy, all of the Barbies is pretty. Damn, all of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag.
Hey besties, it's your girl Brianna C, and today we're going to be doing a get ready with me. I am doing a get ready with me today since I am going to be watching the Barbie movie. Every it girl knows that this is the event. Like, you gotta be dressed tea, you gotta be looking tea, you gotta be looking like a Barbie. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. I also just wanted to do a chit chat, a girl talk, and just talk to all my Barbies for a little bit. So I'm gonna do all the topics that I can find in mind and give my Barbies some advice to take on life. Because life is hard sometimes, even for the Barbies. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it because I've already wasted so much time setting up this video. And I just wanna get the makeup done. I just wanna go watch the movie, y'all, at this point, honestly. So let's go. We're gonna start with my brows. I'm probably gonna do my brows off of camera. Everybody who knows me knows I do not talk while doing my brows. I don't. Like, very serious, no talking, get it done. Now that we're done with the brows, let's go ahead and get into the advice and the chit chat and the girl talk, what we're really here for. But yeah, I wanted to start with back to school stuff and back to school advice and everything because we're getting towards back to school time, and I know people are getting ready for school. So I know that's a topic of discussion, so let's start there. You may be wondering, like, how is this girl qualified to tell me about going to school? Some of you may know, some of you may not, but I graduated from the Florida A&M University about 2 years ago, and I got my bachelor's degree there. So I've been through elementary, middle school, high school, and college. So I think I know a little something and may be able to shed some light on things that I wish I knew and things that I did, just for people who are looking for that kind of guidance in those areas. So yeah, my first thing I wanted to say is be organized. So college is a new playing ground. Whether you think you know or you have it handled already, things get thrown out of left field towards your way, and you have to be prepared for those things. But what helps you be prepared more is your organization skills, your ability to stay on top of things, your ability to multitask and just get all of the things done that you need to, especially in college, because in college you're kind of just responsible for your own success. Nobody is in high school. A lot of times they're like helping you along the way. You have that teachers that's making sure that you get the things done. Professors take a kind of like hands-off approach for sure. They're not so much asking you if you're doing things. They're not, you know, checking in on you. They just expect you to get it done and get it done on time. They're not, you know, reminding you of updates, none of that. So if you have a planner, you're able to do that on your own. You're able to look at your own planner and be like, okay, well, I need to get this done today, or I have something due tomorrow, and all of that. And that helps you to stay organized and not have to have somebody holding your hand. Because right now you're a big girl. Nobody's going to be holding your hand and telling you how to do stuff or when to do things. Hey, did you get this done? Did you do this? Did you do that? Nobody's asking you that. You're doing that on your own. And it's not even like your mom or your dad or your guardian, whoever, would be able to know what it is that you need to get done, because you don't tell them, they're not involved. Like in high school and middle school and elementary school, the teacher would tell you something, and if it didn't get done, then they would like escalate and call your parents. Nobody's calling your parents. Get it done or don't. I don't care. That's kind of the approach they take. Not to say professors are mean or anything. They're just not gonna baby you, period. If you set up these organizational skills, even in your adult life, you're still gonna use it, and it's gonna be very beneficial. For example, I use a lot of the things that I used or I learned in college for now in my big girl career. Start those habits while you're in high school and middle school. You have to start those habits very early so you get a hang of them, and they're like second nature to you in the places where you're going to need them, like college, like in your career, like in, you know, as a professional. All of those things are going to be worth it. If you get or learn how to be organized now, it's going to be worth your benefit. Number 2 is going to be a social. Now, a big part of college that you need to take advantage of is networking. Network. Ugh, why am I saying it like that? Network. You have to make sure that you are making friends. There's never going to be a point in your life where you're not going to need for anything from anyone. I think we're all put on this earth to help each other. And that being said, you want to have those people that can help you out if you're in need for whatever reason. Like, say, for example, you have somebody who, you have a friend that you met in college that's getting into recruiting and you lose your job or something. You can hit up your friend like, hey, I just lost my job. I need another job. Your friend as a recruiter is going to be like, girl, I got a job for you. I got a job for you. I got something to do for you. Honestly, they put a good word in. If they're in an executive at a business, they may give you a job at their business. All of these things matter. And you just want those people around you that can help you out with certain things if need be. You also want to participate in your clubs. You want to participate in social events. You want to participate in school events. You just want to make your time in college worth your while. Like, have fun. Do things that you didn't expect to do. Step out of the box that you're in, that you held yourself in. You want to try new things, for sure. I think one of the things that I do regret from being in college is not joining as many clubs, because you gain things from these clubs. You gain knowledge, you gain friendship, you gain all of these things that are good things to have in the real world. So I definitely say to take these, like, take that to your advantage. Use these social events, use these events to make friends, to network, to learn things, to try new things, to expand your horizons. Make sure that in college you're expanding your horizons, especially if you go off to college. That is what it's all about. But at any college, really, because it doesn't matter if you go off to college, if you stay in your hometown, whatever. You don't know everybody in your hometown. You don't, unless y'all live in Bumfreak. But yeah, even then, you probably don't know everybody. So it's good to, like, expand your horizon, meet new people, do new things. Being social is not limited to your classmate, your peers. It's also extended to your professors. Make sure you're getting in good with your professors, y'all. They hold your destiny in the palm of their hand. Well, no, let me not say that. Lord forgive me, because yeah, that's who really hold your destiny. But like, they have a big say in, you know, your academics. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you're on your professor's good side, just so that they want to help you, that if anything happens, they want to be like, oh, you know, Brianna's always showing up to class. She's always asking questions. She's always answering questions. She's going through something and she, you know, missed an assignment. I can open it back up for her, or I can help her out in any way that I can, because I know that she's trying. Now, if your professor never hears from you, your professor doesn't know that you're like a good student, anything, it's less likely for him to, you know, make something happen for you. You want to be in a place where he or she knows your name and they want to help you out. You want to make sure that you're in that position. You want to go to your professor's office hours. If you need help, ask for help. You want to go to their office hours. You want to use all your resources. Which brings me to my third point, which is be resourceful. In college, you have to use your resources, y'all. Use all the resources that you can have. You're paying for them a lot of times. Like, you're paying for a lot of the stuff at your school, whether you use it or not. So you might as well use it and get your money's worth. Like tutoring. Don't be afraid to go get tutored. Don't be scared. Don't be embarrassed or nothing. Them people are there for you. They're getting paid to help you. They're getting paid from your pocket to help you. So whether you go or not, it's not something that, you know, they like, oh, she didn't go to tutoring this year, we're gonna dock her tuition. No, your tuition's not going to get docked if you don't go to the tutor, so you might as well go. In another way, be resourceful in the way that you spend money. Y'all might think that the broke college person trope is fake, is a myth. Let me let y'all know from a personal experience, it's very real, y'all. I have never been that broke in my life. I have never been that broke in my life. Okay, I was pinching pennies. Okay, pinching pennies. And a lot of y'all may have scholarships. A lot of y'all may have money coming in. Y'all may have a little money left over. Me personally, I didn't have that. And I had to pinch my coins. I had to be very resourceful. If your school has a meal plan, get the meal plan. If your school offers anything, and this is why it's good to go to social events, sports events, school events. Sometimes they give free food. Free food, always, always, always good. Always a... So if you see an event that you're interested in, plus, and if it has food, plus, like that's double plus. Now you don't have to pay for food. And DoorDash, Uber is pretty expensive. So use those meals on campus. If you have a meal plan, use those meal plans to your advantage. Don't be out buying food constantly, because tuition, books, all of this other stuff that may come up, things you need to buy on your own, they start to add up. Another way to be resourceful is ask for that discount. Girl, ask for that discount. If you at the snow, if you getting food, anything that you are doing, if you're shopping online, you need to find out if there is a student discount. A lot of people offer student discount. A lot of places, a lot of companies offer student discount because, like I said, the broke student trope is not a myth. It is the truth, and they know that you guys are broke. So, in an effort to help you, they want to give you money. The money's free, y'all. Go get to the money. Like when you get out of college, honestly, you're gonna miss. You're going to miss having that free money. You're gonna miss having those discounts, for real. They give you discounts on Amazon Prime. They give you discounts on Spotify. I think Hulu. All of these things give discounts. Pretty Little Thing. Some of the clothing stores give you discounts. So please, y'all, do your research and find those student discounts and use them to your advantage. Staying on our be resourceful tip, you wanna learn how to cook. If your school does not offer a meal plan, or maybe you're just tired of what they're offering, you want to cook when you can. Instead of buying DoorDash or buying food, buying DoorDash, Uber Eats, or buying food, you want to opt for things that are a little less expensive, and that a lot of times is cooking, because when you buy stuff to cook, you're buying like ingredients, and a lot of times the ingredients you buy are not enough for just one meal, so you end up getting multiple meals out of it. And you can do different meals with those ingredients because they're ingredients. Like you can switch it up and do something a little different with the things that you've bought, or you can even meal prep and do that same meal and eat it like multiple times. A lot of people don't like to do that, me being one of them, but that is where the first option comes in. And you just like mix it up, try new things. Again, try new things, try new foods, try to mix it up, and be resourceful. Be resourceful and use the resources that you've bought to cook and make them something new. I just like mixed all of those ideas into one thing. Look at me. I didn't even mean to do that. Okay, stop. So just for a summary, we have be organized, be social, and be resourceful. I hope you guys don't see a trend. Do you? If you did it, it's B. Okay, B for Brie, B for Brianna, C. The next tip I have is to be flexible. So, be flexible is just, you know, basically just that. Be flexible in the things that you do. Be flexible in the things that you're interested in. Be flexible. So one of the things is try new things. Like I said, join a club of a thing that you've been interested in for a while, and you kind of want to try. You want to try to model, join a modeling club. You want to try to photographers club. Like you want to try these things, please go for it. Or even for like an elective like kind of class, you want to try something new, I say like please like go for it. You're in your youth, you're in your prime, it's time to try new things, honestly, and you have the resources to do so, so do it. A lot of times that we think that we have time to do it in the future. Why like wait until then? Why even risk it when you can do it right now?
Keep procrastinating over and over. Well, maybe I'll go to school next year, maybe next semester. No, do it right now.
I think college is a great breeding ground for trying new things, for finding yourself. I honestly do. And my biggest thing is, if you want to experience something, definitely go for it. Like traveling abroad or studying abroad, I definitely recommend these kinds of things. So this is going to be the final tip that I have for you all. Be safe. You're gonna always want to practice safety in every aspect. So if you're active, and I'm not going to say the word, you know what active means. If you're grown enough to know, you know. If you know, you know. It's one of those things. If you're active, you're going to make sure that you're always using protection and you are actively getting tested. Make sure you're doing both of those things, not one or the other, but both. You want to be actively getting tested and you want to be using protection if you are active. Make sure that you're doing both of those things, you guys, because it is very real. It is not to be played with. A lot of times colleges are breeding grounds for you know, STIs and STDs and things of that nature. So make sure that you're always practicing safety in that aspect. And another aspect, you want to practice safety in the people that you hang around. So you want to make sure you have good friends. You want to make sure that if you see red flags in a friend and they're doing things that you are not happy about, you're not aware of, or you don't like, that you are removing yourself from the situation altogether. And you want to make sure that you're making friends that won't do things like that. So if your friend is drinking and driving, or they want to drive, you want to try your best to help them not to make that decision. But if they must make that decision and you can't do anything to prevent it, which there is also always a way, worst case scenario, you do not want to enter that vehicle at all by any means, you guys. There is always a will and a way. You want to find a way out of that situation. Please, please, please practice safety in that aspect. And another aspect, I know college nights gets crazy and you're having so much fun. You never want to walk home at night from an event, from a party, I would say, especially if you are intoxicated, especially if you are under the influence of anything. You want to make sure that you are not walking home, especially by yourself. But if you have to walk home, you want to use the buddy system. I always had a rule that when I was in college, the friends that I came with are the friends that I'm leaving with. Nobody gets left behind, okay? On some, what was that, Florida? We had a thing in Florida, no child left behind. No college student left behind. No friend of mine left behind. If I go to an event with you, I am leaving with you by any means. Let me finish this makeup, y'all. I keep talking to y'all. When I get to talk about safety, y'all, I get very passionate, though. That is why I just like she just stopped doing her makeup. And that's why I don't talk and do my makeup, y'all. It's really bad. It's really bad. Now I have some questions that I was asked on my Instagram in regards to relationships, and I'm just going to go ahead and answer those questions. And I also have them written down on my phone, so I'm going to have to pull out my phone to read them. So the first question is, what do I do if I think my partner is cheating on me? You have come to the right place, okay? If you think your partner is cheating on you, you first need to get evidence of the cheating. But before you go and get evidence, you want to make sure that you are ready to not eat for 40 days and 40 nights. No, I'm just playing. But you need to be ready for whatever you find. Like the Bible says, y'all, seek and ye shall find. And you cannot be mad when you find what you find because you went to looking, okay? Y'all ever seen that chart, that F around and find out? If you F around, you definitely gonna find out. If you are not ready to find out your spouse is cheating, you don't need to be looking for evidence of your spouse cheating. That's first and foremost. Second, before you go and try to find evidence, before you go and try to confront them for anything, you want to make sure you are going to use that information for whatever. If it is that you're about to go find evidence, you want to make sure that you are going to use the evidence, because you don't just want to be sad sitting on some evidence of your partner cheating and they don't know what is wrong with you. They just know you acting different and you won't tell them. You want to make sure that you want to do something with it. You also definitely want to make sure if you confront them that you're going to do something. If there's punishment, if there's a course of action that you want to take, you want to make sure that you're going to take that course of action. Otherwise, it's all null and void. If you go and confront them without evidence, they're just going to get sneakier. And then that ruins everything, okay? So you want to make sure you have the evidence. You want to make sure you're going to use it. And then you go confront them. Now, when you confront them, that is all up to you. Whatever you feel is the right course of action is what you do. I'm not going to tell you how to handle your relationship business. But I suggest that there's like something needs to be done. Like you can't just like, you know, brush it under the rug, especially if you ask this question. It seems like something that, you know, concerns you. So you want to do something, whether it's breaking up, whether it's, you know, laying down the law, whatever it is, you got to do something, friend. You can't just, well, you know, he won't do it again. He said he won't do it again. He will. If you don't do something, okay? Because I feel like a lot of times what people do is, in order to try to save their relationship, they will not say anything and they'll just, you know, keep it moving. What that leads to is resentment, and that resentment is going to end your relationship for sure. It's going to be harsher than cheating. If somebody cheats and y'all decide to actually work on it, your relationship has a lot bigger chance of survival than if y'all resent each other for whatever reason, for things that you guys didn't forgive each other for things that you didn't bring up for whatever reason, for things that you didn't deal with. That's going to lead to the demise of the relationship, and you honestly want to deal with that. The second question is, how do you know if it's true love? You know it's true love when you realize your partner isn't perfect and you're okay with that. Okay, a lot of times we're in that honeymoon phase and you think like you in love, but that's because you think your partner is perfect. You think they have everything. You think they do everything you want to. You think they act perfectly for you. You know, you're just in la la land a little bit. Once you get out of that la la land and your partner's starting to get like annoying a little bit, they're starting to do things that it's like, oh, like you're not perfect. And you're like, and you're fine with that. You're like, okay, that's fine. You're not perfect. Like things, it's okay. That's one of the telltale signs. Another thing is y'all have gone through something together. Like there was something that happened that, you know, like maybe it was, God forbid, a death. Maybe it was, you know, an illness. Something that happened and, you know, your partner acted in a way that made you feel secure. That is also how you know that that person is good for you. You also know it's true love when there's something that you do or things that you do that you would never, you're like, I would never change that. I would never do that. I would never be that. Like, ew, like cooking for my man, no. Like rubbing my man feet, heck, and I would never. And you find yourself like, oh, maybe I want to. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can, you know, be a better person. Like you want to be a better person for this person. Not bad things, y'all. If that guy is telling you to go rob a bank and you're like, maybe I can rob a bank, that's wrong. Okay, don't do that. If, you know, they're causing you to be a little better and you can feel like, oh my goodness, since I've been with them, I've been a better person. If they want to help you, if they want to help you be a better person, if they want to help you elevate yourself, if they want to help you, you know, go back to school or start your business or, you know, all of those things, you know that you are in a relationship that is worth saving. You are in a relationship that is not toxic, that can become true love or is already true love. Let's add some bronzer to this face. Bring some color into me. I look pale. Is how do you know it's time to cut them off? There are a lot of tell signs. Me personally, you're gonna be asking me that question because I think a lot of things just tell you to end it. I'm just that person that is just like, please just like get rid of them. Honestly, truly. Especially if you like in the beginning stages. Why are you? Go find somebody. If he won't, if she won't, somebody will. You better go find you somebody else that will while you still can, okay? Don't get stuck in those situations. But telltale signs that it's time to cut that person off is they don't make time for you. Like, yeah, they're always, you know, it's always an excuse as to why they can't spend time with you, as to why they can't call you, as to why they can't, you know, plan a day, as to why they can't do certain things. If there's constantly like an excuse for like, oh, I can't do this, because that, I can't come see you because that, because this, because everybody has 24 hours in the day. Everybody works. Everybody, you know, is doing stuff. And I get like people are going through things in their life and stuff happens. But if you're going through something that is so like big in your life that you cannot speak to your spouse or you know, communicate with them or whatever for an extended period of time, then you do not need a partner right now. You need to focus on whatever it is in your life that is causing this kind of turmoil and not, you know, me. and I will make that decision for you, and I will make it easier for you, and I will leave. And that's that. If they're keeping you a secret, like, people can't know, they can't, and it's not always about social media. I personally don't think that your spouse needs to always post you or whatever, but nothing. They don't post you at all. They post in, single quotes and stuff all the time. Nobody gets to know about you. Nobody, they're on the phone with their friend and they can't even say, hey, I'm with my girl. Or I'm, you just don't exist in their world. So make yourself actually not exist in their world and keep it moving. If you are not a main priority, you don't have to be the first priority necessarily, but you have to be top 3, okay? Top 3 and not 3. You have to be somewhere in that. And if they're not doing that, snip, snip. Snip, snip. The other thing is they criticize you a lot. Like, if nothing you do is right to them, like, you do not want that negativity in your life. We're already hard enough on ourselves. You don't need anybody in your life that's going to make your life harder. Life is already hard, okay? I can do bad on myself, like Mary J. Blige said. I don't need nobody to do bad, to make me feel bad at anything. I can do that all by myself. I don't need your help. Thank you. So this is basically the final makeup look. I just need to put on lips gloss. So we're gonna do this lip. Nothing I've never done before, so act like you know. All right, y'all, now it's time to do this hair. And when I take off this, please, viewer discretion is advised. Oh, it's laid down right now. I was kind of scared. It's honestly not that bad. I gotta get the makeup out of these edges, and I gotta lay down this lace in the front because it was kind of lifted in a way. I know it's laid down now, but it's honestly just because I had this band. If you don't have a band for your lace, y'all definitely get a band. It works wonders. But I'm about to reinforce the lace so it doesn't move, and take this off the edges, and then we'll be working with something. Just put some alcohol on this rag thing. This is my makeup rag, so I'm really not mad if I get makeup on it. I'm gonna do this very lightly because I don't want it to actually take off the makeup that I just did. Obviously, I just did it. Now that that's done, I'm gonna use this Ebon Wonder Lace Bond. I've never used this before, so I think it's just supposed to spray on. Let me just read. Melt your lace using perfect. That didn't help at all. Oh, directions. Start with clean a dry surface. Spray product 2 to 4 inches away from here onto the hairline. Or does allow air dry until tacky or use blow dry on cool setting. Repeat the process for 2 to 3 times to ensure a secure hold. I'm just going to spray it directly on the lace because the lace is already on. I just kind of want to reinforce it. So that being said, I'm going to go like that so my face doesn't get it. But I'm going to spray it again on the lace directly. And y'all, we have this blow dryer like it said. And we're going to blow dry on the cool setting. I'm going to do this twice more, so I'm going to spray again. That is solid, so I'm going to spray again, and I'm going to blow dry again, and then I'm going to spray again the last time, and I'm going to just show y'all. So I'm going to spray again. We're going to blow dry again. There, that should do the trick. And I'm switching between cold and hot because I've seen hairstylists do that, and I don't know if it helps, but I'm gonna do it. I'm going to put this on.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Things felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a can. Like Jazzy, Stacy, all of the Barbies is pretty. Damn, all of the Barbies is bad. It girls, and we ain't playing tag. Rad, but he spank me when I get bad. I'm in LA, Rodeo Drive. I'm in New York, Madison Ave. I'm a Barbie girl, pink Barbie.